The last thing you want to hear when you need your auto insurance most is a robot with countless irrelevant menu options. Which is why with USAA Auto Insurance, you'll get great service that is easy and reliable, all at the touch of a button. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
Hello and welcome to Unequal Sequel
Extra.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're back once again with another. Oh, I don't know what the again bit was there, but kind of lost myself in the rhythm. We are back once again with another sequel review because sequel season continues at a pace.
Genuinely thought when you said we're back once again, I was going to say with the Renegade Master.
I know we've done this before, and I thought I'd better not do that. So. We don't want to repeat ourselves. Maybe we should try and think of some other songs.
I just can't help it.
We forgot what we're meant to do, Rich. We're meant to introduce ourselves. Let me do this.
Yes, sorry.
Hello, you are listening to Unequal Sequel, the podcast that celebrates and reviews everything about sequels once a week. That day is Friday.
Woohoo!
You're probably not listening to it on a Friday, I imagine.
You might be. Happy Friday if you are.
If not, happy whatever day you listen to it. That's fine.
Yeah,
take your time.
Too.
Wait until you've seen the film we're about to talk about and then come back. My name is Dave. I'm one of the co-hosts. His name is Rich. He's the other co-host.
Hello.
I'm doing too much jazz hands for a podcast that no one can see. We are doing a sequel review today. We are doing 2025's Final Destination Bloodlines. I hope I've got that in the right order. Yes, there's no colons, there's no slashes, there's no
there is a colon. Final Destination : Bloodlines.
It's not.
Oh, it is on IMDb.
I'm looking at Rotten Tomato and there's no colons.
Oh.
I wish people would sort their shit out between the two platforms.
It would make sense to have a colon.
Oh, I agree with you. I've just relied on the wrong thing for once. Because there's too many Final Destinations. Right, let me get that up then, the thing you're looking at. Here we go. There is a colon, you're right.
There is.
I cannot wait to talk about this film. We will be talking spoilers in about 10 minutes.
Yes.
This is how it normally works. Rich will do a spoiler. We do a brief history of our of the franchise.
We say we're going to do spoilers in 10 minutes, then I will do a spoiler automatically.
There'll be an accidental spoiler in the synopsis.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. We will talk about, then we'll do a very rough how we feel about the film. Then we will talk about spoilers and go deeper into our real feelings. And then we will rate this bad boy out of 7 for some reason. And we will discuss if it's an unequal sequel. Then we will end the podcast.
We're going to go deeper into our real feelings? I don't know about that, mate. Sounds dangerous. Like therapy.
Therapy by using the Final Destination Bloodlines. So here we go. Ramp this up. Rich, and I thought about this while watching the film what is this synopsis going to look like?
Okay. There is a college... Oh, sorry.
Okay, wait.
Are
you going to do any background history? Not on all the Final Destinations.
No, fuck no. There's been 35 of these fucking movies.
But at least the theme.
If you don't know what Final Destination is...
Oh, crap.
God help you. Basically...
People might not have...
All right. I will do it in a sentence.
All I'm saying is the last film came out in 2011. That's a long time ago. There's kids older than that now, whatever.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Sorry, I got passionate.
Yeah, so the premise of the Final Destination movies essentially is that death is coming for you if you avoid it. So basically what normally happens is someone has a premonition about something that's going to happen and they tell everyone, save them all, and then death slowly picks them off in fun and interesting ways. Mm-hmm. This movie follows Stephanie, who is a college student who has a reoccurring nightmare about a disaster happening essentially in the past, in the 1960s. And she goes home to meet with her kind of dysfunctional family and their cousins because she kind of works out that it might be a relative of hers in the dream. And she goes home and talks to all her family about that. And how do I do this without spoiling it? Essentially,
shit goes down.
Yeah, shit then goes down. There you go. That's a nice little one for you. Shit starts to go down.
Madness.
Yes. Basically, where the family are picked off one by one by death. And yeah, fun times. No spoilers.
No spoilers. But
No
death
spoilers.
Death has rules and laws he has to
Death
live
has
by.
arbitrary rules that come out of fucking nowhere for no reason.
Right. Good synopsis. Well done. And also
Thank you.
the background of Final Destination, which I think is a really good premise in Final Destination, as in the whole, premonition thing, trying to escape death, can't escape death, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to make you feel old, Rich, but the first film came out 25 years ago.
Did it?
The year 2000 was the first ever Final Destination.
Fudge. Yeah.
Now, since then, we've had Final Destination, Final Destination 2, which we have done an anniversary review for pretty recently, haven't we? Was it this year or last year?
Yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah.
So there's Final Destination 2, there's Final Destination 3. I believe then there was one called The Final Destination in 2009. Then they came back with Final Destination 5 in 2011. And now we've got Final Destination Bloodlines. So this is the 6th Final Destination film.
Yes.
Now, I have only ever watched 1, 2, and 3 because I remember the roller coaster. I've never seen The Final Destination.
Which is horror movies always do. Like horror movie franchises especially always do this. Where they're like, it's the last one. It's going to be the last one. Oh, there's another one.
It's always funny that because it's not, they don't even leave a little bit of a gap. It's like next 2 years.
Yeah.
I think the Saws did it. Friday the 13th did it. I think even maybe Halloween did it probably in one bit. Well, they killed Michael Myers multiple times in that franchise.
There's got one called Halloween Ends, and I guarantee that's not going to be the end.
Yeah,
I bet they do more.
Yeah. So we're now in a franchise that's been 25 years going. How many of these have you seen? Are you like me and you're not?
I have seen the first 2,
right?
And I did not like either of them. I was
is it the
not
premise
a fan.
you don't like, or is it the?
I found them cheesy and stupid.
Yeah, I think that's the point of them a little bit.
Yeah, I think it is, and maybe I am changing my mind.
Oh God, because the premise they're sold on the deaths, right?
Yes.
Of how mad, and each of those first 5, I imagine they got madder and madder and madder, and more like that would never happen kind of thing, and more sillier, more sillier. And I'm not quite sure if that's what the audience want. I mean, there is an audience out there for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But what was so good about that first one was the simple premise, I think. And somewhere maybe that got lost a little bit.
What I do like about them is the kind of setups paying off. There are quite often little things that happen and then they come back later. And that I quite like about these movies. But that's it.
Yeah. So that leads us on to Final Destination Bloodlines. Oh, you're about to tell me something.
Now.
Rich is going to be positive. Strap in, I think.
I had a lot of fun.
Really?
I enjoyed myself. I really did. I loved the opening. And
took its time, didn't it?
Right, normally, we don't like kids in peril. I don't like kids getting hurt or anything like that.
Yeah.
But there is a kid on here that's such a little twat. I almost cheered when he got squashed by a piano.
I did. Does it make me bad that I did cheer? Yeah, that's bad, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I definitely laughed. It definitely made me laugh. I
laughed at multiple points.
Me too. Yeah.
I think people, if you're a regular listener to Unequal sequel, you will know that me and Rich aren't down with horror.
We're
massively.
not very good at horror, but I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to watch more horror.
I was better when I was young, and I've got worse. And Rich will know me, I'm quite jumpy.
Yeah, he's very jumpy.
And I don't like tension, if that makes sense. It makes me feel awkward and not just at horror films, anything in life.
Oh, okay.
So a Final Destination kind of movie is my worst nightmare kind of little bit.
It's very tension.
They really rope that out, like string it out a lot of those sequences. And some of those sequences are very well put together, don't get me wrong. And so on this one, they make you look one way and it goes another way a few times. And that is great. And what I really liked is that the link to the other Final Destination films was good. I got it.
Yeah.
The whole bloodline thing, all I had to say is a bloodline thing.
Yeah.
The event from the first one, she stops it.
You could
they walk the way
watch
back.
this without watching the other ones, though. You don't need to watch the rest.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. There's no link, really, apart from the Tony Todd character.
Yes. Do you know what? When I was watching it, and there's a little boy, and I was thinking to myself, is that going to be Tony Todd?
Did you know he was in it beforehand?
I didn't know he was in it, but I know he's been in the other ones.
He's been in 1, 2, and maybe 5, I think.
And I was sort of thinking, like, maybe that's going to be him. Maybe that's the story. Is like, this is how he gets into like knowing all about death and stuff. But yeah, are we doing spoilers yet?
No.
Well, we sort of just did.
Not really. He's in a couple of the trailers, and it is news that sadly Tony Todd had passed away pretty recently.
Yeah, he looked very poorly in this movie.
And in the lore and horror films, he's a big deal. He was Candyman and stuff. He was in the remake of Night of the Living Dead. Tony Todd has got an incredible voice and presence about him.
Absolutely.
Brilliant in The Rock as well. When he came on, and he does look unwell, and he was unwell.
Yeah.
It was great to see him do that last bit, and especially his last speech.
Yeah.
I thought was really, really good, actually.
It was.
And I was like, oh, that was a bit powerful. So that was great. Like you, Rich, not a fan of the other films, really. I had a lot of fun as well.
Good. Oh, I'm really glad. Because I thought I was going to come out and you were going to be like, no, I thought it was rubbish.
I didn't think it was too predictable. Always a weird thing when saying with Final Destinations, I enjoyed the deaths.
Yeah.
They are funny.
I especially
People
like
laugh
the
in
end.
the cinema.
I really like the end. Like, we can talk about that later because it's definitely
that's
a spoiler.
That's a very Final Destination ending, yes.
It is, yeah, definitely.
It's the deaths are put well together, I think. I think it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's not massively long. An hour and 50 minutes. That's fine, I think. I think everyone's reasonably good in it. Of all the kids and stuff, the young people. I liked where the story began and where it ended.
Yeah, me too. I think it's well cast. I think, there's not big names in there, but I do feel like it's well cast. I think there's some actors in there. I was like, you're very good. Like, I think the main, like Stephanie, the main girl, I think Charlie, her brother, I especially like Eric, the cousin who's like
into tattoos and
piercings and stuff. But there's a brilliant bit, and this isn't really a spoiler for the movie. Well, maybe it is. We'll do it in a minute. We'll do it in a minute.
So basically, what we're saying is positive things.
Yes.
And I think, are you surprised by that?
I am. I was not expecting to like it, and I really liked it within the first 5 minutes. And I think that carried on. I think it's Breck Bassinger, isn't it? I don't know if she's related to Kim Basinger at all, or Basinger, or whatever her name is. But I thought she was great in the 1960s as Iris.
Yes,
I thought she was really good, and I really love. There's like that a bit where they use the song "Shout."
Yes,
and that I think that was really good, and how that links together. The use of music, I think, was really good. I think there is a bit of ropey CGI in there, a little bit, but I don't think it puts you off too much.
I think that first scene really sets the film out nicely. It doesn't rush in any way. It doesn't go extreme too quickly. It takes its time for an opening, which is really nice, and it sets the story. And it carries on from there. So, we're now going to do it.
Okay.
Spoilers, we're not going down the street.
Don't even think about it.
We are going down...
We'll be getting letters from lawyers, Dave.
Spoilers.
No.
Sewer?
Like we're just gonna do spoilers now, okay? Spoilers, spoiler warning, spoiler warning. We're not going down anywhere.
You're taking away my fun.
I know, Dave. I don't want Dave and Kathy to sue us.
They made you watch Sex and the City 2 when you didn't have to.
Yes, but I forgive them because they're awesome people. So
they are awesome people, and we appreciate them. And we stand on the shoulders of giants when we talk about that.
If anyone out there doesn't know what we're talking about, there is an incredible podcast called The Cine Mile, and they go down spoiler street. And last time we did this, Dave stole their spoiler street, and it was not on.
As soon as I said it last time, I went, "Oh, that sounds familiar." Because it's a good idea.
Yes, it is a good idea. But they walk home from the movie, so they do go down a street. Makes a lot more sense for them.
Okay,
we're
spoilers
just
are coming.
Sat in our offices, right?
Yes. Where do you want to start? The spoilers.
Spoilers. All of it. I want to talk about Eric. That's where I want to start. Because I think he's my favourite. Like,
he's great.
He is great.
Can I just tell you one fact about him? I looked at him, Eric, the character and the actor, and the guy that plays the dad, and I thought, that is great casting. They look very like each other. Now, there's a point in this film when you find out they're not related.
Yeah, they're not.
And I went, oh, okay. Still good casting.
I looked at him and I was like, I know him from somewhere.
Where's he from?
He's from the 100. And I only ever watched like the first series. I never watched any more. So I'm probably missing out loads of stuff. But yeah, that's where I recognised him from. But my favourite bit with him is where he finds out his dad is not his dad. And it's just a throwaway line where he just goes, no wonder he always wanted to play catch with me.
Yeah. It's really good.
It's very good. And his
death.
Yeah, or not death.
No, I like the death.
Oh, okay. Like,
it is fucking hilarious.
It is hilarious, yeah.
I was in the cinema only with about, say, 6 people. Because I went early morning, 10 a.m. on a Sunday. Lovely time to go see this film, by the way. And it let out laughs. Actually, most of deaths, there was laughter. And I don't know if that's like a human thing to do. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I think it's shock. I think a lot of people laugh at shock, don't they?
Because the deaths are violent.
They are, yeah, absolutely.
And very innovated. Like, whoever writes this shit down and comes up with it, you guys are fucked up. Completely.
Yes, absolutely.
But in a fun way.
Yeah. And the tattoo parlour scene before that where you think he's died.
Yes.
And he doesn't.
Now, a lot of people might know that because it is a trailer.
Yeah. Oh,
that
is that
scene
the trailer,
is one of the trailers, basically. And you think he dies in that. You think that's a death.
Right.
So that's quite clever from the marketing people.
That is clever, yeah, because it's not a death. And you go into it thinking, oh, I know what's going to happen, and you don't.
You don't.
Nice.
Yeah. Which is good. And like, he's a very enjoyable character.
He is, yeah.
I feel very sorry for the mum.
Yeah.
Who has the family pretty much wiped out.
Completely wiped out.
Yeah. It's amazing the cops haven't really think this is weird. We keep losing whole families.
Yeah, this is weird. Like the dad and all 3 kids all dead.
But it's not just this family. It's been happening since the accident, since the premonition. Families have just been wiped out.
So she saves
not 1 or 2 people.
Basically, Iris saves like 100 people.
Maybe more, yeah.
In the time that death takes to get to those 100 people have families who shouldn't have existed.
Yep.
And so there's like thousands of people essentially that death is coming for.
And it's in the order they should have died in the accident.
Is it?
That's what. Yeah. No, it's
not though.
Yes, it is.
The original people. No, hang on. The original people. It's the order they should have died in the accident.
Yeah.
But the families are done in like the order they were born.
Yeah, but they still follow.
And that's important.
they still follow after the deaths of the family.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
I think, again, we're singing from the same hymn sheet. So that's good.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
McCrispy strips are now at McDonald's. I hope you're ready for the most dippable chicken in McDonald's history. Dip it in all the sauces. Dip it in that hot sauce in your bag. Dip it in your McFlurry. Your dip is your business. McCrispy strips at McDonald's.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Any other spoilers you want to talk about?
I want to talk about the end. I do want to talk about the end.
Go
So
on.
essentially, I don't know in what movie they work out that if you flatline and then someone brings you back, then it cancels off your death. But essentially, Stephanie drowns and Charlie brings her back.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're talking to a very conveniently placed doctor, which is like that bit is kind of like a bit too on the nose at a party. And he's like, oh, well, you didn't actually flatline if you drowned. He didn't actually bring you back. Your heart hadn't stopped. If he brought you back with CPR, then you were, your heart was still going. You weren't actually dead. And then they're like, uh-oh. And then a massive train crashes behind them and they're both instantly killed by logs, which I think is a nice nod to the first one where there's lots of logs.
I think every Final Destination film, the 3 I've seen, always ends with that kind of ending of people thinking they've got away with it and then they haven't.
And again, I was not upset about them dying either. I just thought it was funny. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I thought it was funny.
Where would you go with a sequel? I'm guessing we'll have to try and link it back again. If we carry on the Bloodlines idea, maybe there's just another accident somewhere that someone saved.
Maybe.
A whole heap of people.
Are they going to do another one now then?
I imagine their intentions are to do another ones because I can't imagine the budgets are never massive on these kind of films.
No, it's not a stellar cast that you would know a lot of them. I don't think, other than Tony Todd, and he's not in it for very much. I don't think you probably wouldn't recognise many people.
I can't see a budget at the moment. Hang on, let me go to...
I know the budget, if that
go
would
and
help.
Tell me. It would help.
$21 million estimated budget. No, that's not true.
That's the box office.
That's the box office, yeah. That's US and Canada box office.
There's a worldwide box office. Worldwide, apparently, and we're recording on Sunday, so we haven't got official numbers until Monday comes out. But apparently it's made around $47 million so far.
Roughly $50 million, according to Variety.
That's not massive. Budget-wise, that's. I think it would do more than that if they double that, triple that. I think they'll be happy.
Pretty much made that already.
Yeah,
and we're not even through the first opening weekend yet.
I think people enjoy these kind of films, especially if they're sickos, and these are fun. There's a reason why there's now 6 of them. I know they decreased in probably quality. Actually, a lot of people say I think that the 5th was a little bit of a return to what the earlier ones were. I think the worst one is meant to be the Final Destination, but we can look at that in a minute when we get to...
At no point would I said, I want to watch this.
No.
I genuinely didn't really want to watch it. And I watched it on like a Friday afternoon after work, and I wasn't really that fussed. And I came out and I was all smiles. I really enjoy it. I was really quite surprised. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Can you feel like it's got legs now? Has it been revamped for you enough to...
No, I think they should just stop at this one.
Oh, God. They won't,
I mean,
though.
some of it is really stupid. Like
A lot of it's really stupid.
So
Rich.
Iris is like the grandmother, right? And she's hauled up in this cabin. And when they're trying to survive, they decide they're going to go to her cabin.
Yeah.
Like she dies early on, but we've done spoilers. They decide they're going to go to her cabin. There's nothing magic about her cabin. The reason she survives is because she's hyper vigilant and she's studied death and she understands. You don't have to go to her cabin, which, by the way, is a fucking death trap.
Yes, it is. Yeah. It is. There's so many things there that can kill you.
So many things. I'm like, why would you go there? But hey, they do, and unsurprisingly,
It just proves that point earlier on in the film when Death is in the cabin, but she's just smart enough to know that thing's trying to set alight.
Absolutely,
Things can still happen in that cabin.
Yeah, definitely. That's not like the cabin's a safe place. Like, I don't know.
I think the
Weird.
woman in the Ali Lartner character in the second one's got a good idea when she just puts herself in a psych ward in like cushioned walls and stuff. That's the safest. If you want to escape death, just do that.
Yeah, true. I think I'd rather die.
I think I'd rather
live in a
die.
padded cell my whole life. But I don't know either. I don't want to die either. I want to live to 124. I don't know why.
Is that what you're aiming
It's
for?
just a number I've picked at the top of my head.
Okay, well, at least you got goals, I guess. So, shall we do the Rotten Tomato game? Yes, let's do it.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm just going to go through what the lowest to high. Well, not the lowest. I'm going to tell you what the other ones are. Okay.
All right then.
Should we work our way up? As in the worst to the best?
Worst to the best, yeah.
And these are just the critics, okay?
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you the audience score as well for them?
Nah, just the critics is fine.
Okay, so the worst one the worst one is the Final Destination, which critics 28%.
Okay.
Now, if anyone's wondering why I'm not asking Rich to do a horror alert on this,
I haven't
because he hasn't seen
him.
it. So. The next one is Final Destination from year 2000 at 40%. So that was the opener. Only got 40%.
Oh, okay.
That shocked me.
I wasn't a massive fan of that, to be honest. But, yeah.
It's got a very young cast at that point, which were very hot. A lot of them. There was a guy from like Dawson's Creek. It had Sean William Scott in it. It had Ali Lartner in it. They were all very hot in the year 2000.
True.
The next one is Final Destination 3 with 44% critics. Above that, Final Destination 2.
Okay.
52%.
Which we have watched for the podcast.
Which we have watched. No, we had that's the one with the logs at the beginning, which everyone you see things in your life now and you're like, oh, that's a Final Destination moment. It's like a saying.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a Final
in this country
Destination
we
moment.
used to have like it's the start of Casualty.
Yes.
But yeah, Final Destination's taken that over now, I think.
Yeah. The highest ranking is Final Destination 5 with 63%.
Wow, okay.
That might be because it's the most newest one from 2011 and the whole, putting scores on. So
I would think, what did you say, 63?
63 for the fifth one.
I think this should be higher than that.
Okay, let's go on to this one.
I think this should be 78.
Okay, it's got 124 reviews.
Okay, so not loads yet, but probably more to come.
It's a good start. It is currently at 93%.
Wow. Okay, and that's right because it's good. It is good.
Okay, we got some. I'm going to try and read some small ones.
Okay.
Final Destination Bloodlines is a sequel that makes sense and is hell of a entertaining in every sense of the term.
It is, definitely.
Though billed as a reboot, Bloodline wisely tweaks the formula without tossing it away. Death makes a formidable return in the franchise that taught us to fear flying, highways, roller coasters, stock car races and bridges.
I didn't realise it was a reboot. Interesting. Okay.
It's just
more of a requel, I would say, potentially.
Death's a recurring character, and Tony Todd's character turns up again. So
yeah, true.
Maybe it's a legacy sequel. I'm not quite sure. Final Destination Bloodlines is a gory, fun time, which is ultimately what fans are there for.
Yep.
This is a negative one. Bloodlines works best then when it's just another Final Destination movie. When it's trying to be anything more than that, the franchise's entire appeal is snuffed out.
No, I disagree.
I
I think this stands alone, actually. I don't think you need to have seen any of the other Final Destination movies at all. I think this works best as just a standalone movie.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Don't watch any of the others. They're not very good. Just go and watch this one.
Okay, so on to audience.
Okay.
How are they going to feel?
I think it's going to be in the 90s as well. I think the audience is going to like this. I'm going to say 94.
89.
Oh, wow.
Which is still very good.
Still very good, but less good than I thought.
Someone's giving it a 4-star. Liked everything, but the ending. It was too quick.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
5 stars. Have always enjoyed Final Destination movies, and this one doesn't disappoint. Love the whole past movie references and still won't drive behind a log truck.
Mm-hmm.
This one's 1 star. It was not as active as the others in the Final Destination series. Did not make me jump out of the seat. The most exciting thing about this movie was the large Fanta I had to drink.
Wow, you're clearly watching the wrong movie, mate. Did you,
to be fair,
go somewhere else?
Yeah, Final Destination films have never made me jump.
No.
It's the awkwardness, because you kind of know what's
Yeah, you know
coming.
what's coming. It's not a jump scare.
But you kind of look away like, oh,
yeah, exactly. It's like,
shit.
oh.
There's a few bits, like in this film, when the piano, but you see the piano drop and then you see the child.
Yeah.
And there's in the Final Destination 2, when someone gets splattered by glass when he thinks he's got away with it.
Yeah, that's true.
And then there's the end of the first one when you think they've got away with it and he's celebrating, and then he gets hit by a fucking bus.
Yep.
And stuff like that.
And again, they toy with that on this one as well, don't they?
And then they kind of do that at the end as well, when you think, oh yeah, don't go into it. 2 stars. This was terrifying.
2 stars? It's a horror movie and you call it terrifying. Then you should give it more than that.
I don't know what they wanted. 5 stars. The movie was really good. 5 stars. The first part of the movie was so good.
It was.
5 stars was the best one out of them all.
True. Yeah. I mean, I've not seen them all, but it's the best one I've seen.
3 stars. Just same storyline, different characters. Now that, there is some truth in that, because it's a Final Destination movie, and they have to keep to those kind of beats.
But it's not. I think it's slightly different, though.
It has a good story.
Yeah,
I like the whole family bloodlines thing.
Yeah, me too.
It made perfect sense to me.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
The only thing like I said didn't make sense was her cabin was a safe space.
Yes.
Like you said,
yeah.
It's not a safe space. No. It is far from it.
Agreed.
So what are we going to rate it? I know the unequal sequel question is going to be particularly hard for us because we haven't seen them all, and we apologise to the people that might
Of the
annoy.
ones I've seen, it's an unequal sequel in a positive way.
Yes, me too.
Because of the ones I've seen.
Yes.
What am I going to give this?
Out of 7.
Out of 7, I think it's a solid 5.5 for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it is. Might even, no, it's not quite a 6. It's not quite a 6. It's a 5.5. I put it in the same camp as like Bridget Jones, which I think I gave 5.5. I'm not sure.
I was just about to check what we gave. Reviews. I'm going to. You gave Bridget Jones. It's good that we keep this kind of stuff. You gave Bridget Jones 5.5.
Okay. All right. So, 5.5 it is then.
Okay. I'm going to give it a 5.
Oh, okay.
I think which is still solid.
Also, I think what you gave Bridget Jones, right?
It was also what I gave Bridget Jones, yes. I enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought I would. Mm-hmm. Could I watch it again because I'm a big brave boy? Probably.
Yeah.
You know, the deaths were funny and laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Will I go and see another one? You know what? I probably will. It really depends on how good that story is, though, because I don't think the deaths, you can rely on that. Like you said, the characters were good, the acting was good, the Tony Todd bit was nice. It was a well put together film. I think the CGI was okay for me.
Yeah, it's a bit. I think the bit that looks ropey at the start is sort of the outside of the building. The outside of the big tall tower looks a bit weird and, I don't know, computer graphic-y. Like PlayStation.
It was the bit that had the most CGI as well.
Yeah,
the whole opening sequence.
The whole thing, loads of CGI.
Yeah, so had a banging soundtrack.
It did have a great soundtrack. That's true.
Probably, like you said, I think it was my favourite Final Destination movie so far.
Absolutely.
Really had a good time. I wasn't expecting that. If you see the little video I put out, I was quite nervous about it because I could easily watch this more easy. I enjoyed not Final Destination, Evil Dead Rise more, I think. Hopefully I gave that a 5 or a 5.5. But I could this one would be an easier watch than that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think.
That does make sense.
So we're getting Brave, so that's good, I think. And another good sequel, which is good.
Yeah. I'm happy.
I'm happy. I think that means it's a positive and it is a good recommendation for us. So if you haven't seen Final Destination Bloodlines, go check it out. It's worth watching. It's a lot of fun. Very silly. If you need a good laugh, go watch it.
Yeah.
Rich, see us out.
Tell us what you thought of Final Destination Bloodlines. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as we do. And if you did, then get yourself onto the old social medias. Not the bird one that's now across. We don't do that one. It's poo. But we're on all the others. Get on there and tell us what you thought of the movie, and if you had fun with it as well, and we'll read out your comments at the end of month roundup. If you don't do social media, you can also email us. We are unequalsequel@hotmail.com, or if you're listening on Spotify, you can leave a comment under this episode, or if you're watching on YouTube, you can also leave a comment on there as well. So please do that. We will read out all of your comments in the end of month roundup. Dave does a really good job in going around and finding them all. So yeah, tell us what you thought.
That is not true.
That is not true. He just finds some. So if he misses some, then we're very sorry. So we'll try and read out all your comments though. Let us know what you thought. We really enjoy hearing your opinions as well. So yeah, let us know. And yeah, come and join us on social media. Don't forget to follow us as well. You'll find out more about the podcast, and we're going to be doing a lot more stuff on there too. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the auto download button. We'll drop into your popular choice every single week. These episodes you're listening now, if this is your first episode joining us, these are just the extra episodes. This is like the little amuse-bouche we give you before the real thing. So yeah, go and listen to our interview episodes where we actually have celebrity guests, people more interesting than me and Dave, to come and tell us their best, worst and dream sequel. So please do go make sure you listen to those. And while you're there, hit the subscribe button, hit the auto download button. We'll drop into your pod player of choice every single week. If you really love us, if you've been with us for a while and you think, I love this podcast, it's one of my favourites, there's more for you. Get yourself onto anotherslice.com/unequal sequel, where for just $2.99 a month, you can join our subscription service and you will get 3 extra podcasts. You'll get Disenfranchised, you will get Box Set Mentality, and you will get Sequel Sessions, which is a sequel to all of our interview episodes, and it's bloody lovely. So come and join us over there as a super special slicer, and you will live in our hearts forever.
That's true, you will. You're great people.
You
I love them.
will. Yeah.
I might leave them something in my will.
Oh, nice.
Nothing big.
That's nice.
I mean, like a badge.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing. Yeah. Send in all your thoughts, and to see end of month roundup is happening next week. So that's good. End of May. Wow. Yeah. It's been a long month. Thank you for everyone that sends things in. We appreciate them. I've got nothing else to say. It's a goodbye from me. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And it's a goodbye from him. Bye. See you in the next one. Sequels to this one. Have a great week. Bye-bye. It's always really nice when I enjoy a movie a lot more than I thought I would. Maybe we should go into every movie like that then. Yeah. Yeah, then I'll never be disappointed. I'll just presume that it's going to be crap every time. Well, that seems to be the way we score. That's how it works. Like Bridget Jones. Yeah. High score. Yeah. Even like Wonka. High score. I didn't get a high score because it wasn't a sequel. We didn't review it. But I remember distinctly saying, I'm not fussed about it. I don't want to watch it. And then I went to watch it in the cinema and I fucking loved it. Yeah. Well, it's like the first animated Spider-Man film. It was like, there's no need for another Spider-Man film. That's what it's all about. Might as well eat in my hat at that point because it's one of the best films ever. But, You're not wrong. Maybe we should just think, well, what's the next one? I think Karate Kid Legends. Or, no, the next is we're doing Mission Impossible, Final Reckoning. Are we doing the live-action Lilo and Stitch? I can't because that's remember. Coming soon, isn't it? This is the longest outro we've ever done. We're going to run out of music in a minute. No, I can... We currently are not stated because we've got Final Reckoning, which is going to be rubbish rich. See what I'm doing now? Karate Kid, Legends, it's going to be rubbish rich. Awful. And then it's going to be hopefully Ballerina, the John Wick film. Okay. Rubbish. It's going to be rubbish rich. And then after that, 28 years later, that's going to be rubbish. Oh, don't say that. I can't do it. I know what you're trying to do, but I just can't. I can't.
Okay, well, we fucked that up.